Citizens, it's that time. You are officially in Alert Zone. Welcome to Alert Zone TV. I'm the Wizard Uncle James. I would love for you to become an active citizen of Alert Zone, and you guys and girls already know how to do that. I want to say Happy Father's Day to everybody. As usual, my daughter wants me to shout her out when I show my cup off. Shout out to my oldest daughter for getting this cup for me. My greatest dad ever cup. And shout out to my youngest son for the chain he got me made with his face on there. Definitely. Father's Day and being a father is a joyous thing that I love doing. With that being said, I wanted to talk to everybody about the importance of checking the firearms that you carry and depend on the most with your life. If you only have one firearm, well then you should constantly check it. I don't mean you got to be at the range every day, but make sure it's ready to go. If you have a rotation, make sure the firearms in your rotation is ready to go. If you got kinks and bugs that you need to work out, work them out. And let me give a piece of advice for anybody that want to jump into this gun tube sphere. For me, I don't edit any of my videos, and the reason I don't edit is I don't want to be seen as a person that give editing information, because I always take into consideration people that's new to firearms. And I know a lot of time TV shapes our idea of firearms as children. But another thing is, I'm not embarrassed if I have a malfunction, because it happens. On the old channel, I had somebody make a comment about I would need to get better firearms and things like that, and I didn't take that stuff to heart. Just everybody have their opinion, and I do care about your opinion. That's why I ask for your comments. Maybe you may know something I don't know. Maybe you can point me in the direction of something. Maybe you have a firearm that I have, and we may be having the same problem. You may have had that problem. You may not have problems with yours. That's a part of why I did the gun collection video, was to showcase a lot of the firearms that I have that I depend on. And if you saw something in there that you had, if you have an issue or you've heard of issues, it's okay to ask me. This is my home defense. I got it broke down. My Smith & Wesson SD40 VE chambered in .40 caliber. I said I was going to do an on-screen test of it, because usually I do. It's just I had so much going on at the range, I didn't have time to film it. I let several people shoot it. When I first bought this firearm, I bought it new, and I didn't have problems with it right away, and then I started having, jams and stuff like that, and I was kind of lost in the sense of, I have the SD9 just like this, and I've never had an issue with the 9. And so I was wondering, so I went and bought a stick. You guys and girls know I bought 2 sticks, and the 6 kept jamming. And I kept saying, but this is my home defense firearm. I wanted to stay. That's why I bought it. This is my home defense firearm. But if it doesn't perform the way it's supposed to when I need it, I might as well go ahead on and throw it in the safe and replace it. Well, I was cleaning it one day. I took it loose, and I got back up in here behind the trigger right here and behind the firing pin and everything, and I had heavy particles from gunpowder that had not only kicked up but almost formed like little small pebbles that I had to clean out of there. Once I cleaned that out of my firearm, I started having better performance out of it. I think I had cleared out maybe once or twice, but since then it's been back to being reliable. That's the reason I bought it. That's why it's my home defense. And after today's outing, it probably had 200 rounds ran through it, maybe 100, something like that. It performed. It performed well. As you guys know, your home defense and stuff, you don't shoot those guns 1,000 times and things like that. That's not practical. But you shoot them enough in your lifetime, and you always want to make sure that they work. But when you run them so many times, if you don't have any issues, then you kind of have the issue figured out. And if you have an issue, go back to the drawing board. Don't feel ashamed. This is a part of owning firearms. I don't know anybody that owns a firearm or have owned or been around firearms their whole life and has never had a jam, never had a failure to feed, that's never had hiccups with a gun, whether it was theirs or not. So sometime, well, all the time at the range, if you're going to have a hiccup, it's best to do it at the range and to learn. Because when you get in a real life situation, you know what to do. When the North Hollywood bank robbery happened, those two guys were tearing the police up. The one guy who wound up committing suicide, his AK jammed. All he had to do was pull the chamber back and clear that round, and he would have been able to mow down several officers. But because he decided to drop the firearm, he was just outgunned. In a life and death situation, you want to make sure your firearm works. And like I said, if you got kinks and bugs, just figure it out. So I did figure out that the standard 14 round mags for my Walther PK 380, my Smith & Wesson SD 40. That's like I said, that's why we don't edit here. So you can see the mistakes we make. It runs though. When I run these through there, I don't have any issues, and that's the main thing. Sticks are for fun. I might return those sticks and see maybe if I can get another two that might be better. We ran it off camera with the stick in there and it kept jamming. Failure to feed every other time, so I just said, okay, well, we'll just stay away from the stick. That's why this particular firearm, I don't trust the stick that goes up in here, so I just stick to what I bought it for. Nevertheless, as you guys see, it's taken down, and I did some cleaning on it, and it's back together, man. I'm confident in it again. That's why I took it out to the range. Hit me in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Until next time, stay safe, stay on high alert.